Okay. Welcome everybody to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is Jose Mokwena. I'm your host. And today, man, hey, I'm here in the afternoon on a Tuesday because BAFANA BAFANA is taking on South Sudan in South Sudan in their second game of the AFCON qualifiers. So the AFCON tournament is going to be happening next year, 2025. We had one now recently this year where we finished third best team in the tournament, third best team in the continent, and now we are on our way back to the tournament, even though we need to qualify through these games. So it'll be very good to see. Guys, we as South Africa are ranked number 57th in the world and number 10 in Africa, and then South Sudan is ranked number 169 in the world and number 47 in Africa. In terms of the last 5 games that we have played and they have played, South Sudan have 2 losses and 3 draws. Their last game out being a loss, 1-0 loss versus the Congo, the other country in our group. And then, of course, we have South Africa, who drew their last game with Uganda 2-2 and has 3 draws and 2 wins in their last 5 games leading up to here. And that is why we are here at 3 p.m. The game is on SABC1, SABC Sports, the SABC Sports Facebook page, and also SABC Plus if you want to go watch it. So that is where you can find the game, and we are about to kick off. There we go, and we're off. Okay, so for South Africa, we played a very tense game in the first leg, or in the first game in the group versus Uganda. We came out with a 2-2 draw that side, having scored early through Lal Foster and then Uganda scoring 2 goals, with us then equalizing way later in the game, much later in the game, through Utalente Mbata. So there is that thing that we are playing, we played a little bit within ourselves in that game and gave Uganda a chance to play. Uganda, of course, did come out and they were very strong. Uganda came out and decided that they were going to press our midfield because our midfield is not ball players. They're going to press our defenders because our defenders are not comfortable on the ball either, and then take shots at Uveli Motwa, which was something that it seems was their tactics. They came in taking the long shots from the first half, maybe a little bit too far from the pitch, from the goals, which they rectified in the second half when they pressed us high, won the ball back up high, and scored some goals on that side. So that has prompted 2 changes to be made to this team. You have Tapelo Morena, apparently according to what was put up by SABC Sports, Morena starting in place of Umudiba, and then you have, sorry about that. And then you have a different front 3 type situation, but let me see, maybe SABC just got it wrong there, because I do see Mudiba there. The starting lineup according to BAFANA BAFANA had Chain Mudiba Dotli, Ngeza Namodaus, Tole Mokwena, Zwane Apolis Morena, and Foster with Mokwena coming out. I just want to make sure. Hey, here comes that right hand side. It feels like an overcorrection. Like it feels as though, Nam. Sorry about that. Hey guys, 3 o'clock is a very weird time. There's people coming home and all of that stuff. Okay, so what's going to be interesting is that it feels like we have an overcorrection. Mokwena is coming out for Morena, so that means that on that side you have Morena and Mudau. Now I understand, because one of the issues that we had last game was that Mokwena didn't know where to go. Mokwena didn't know how to play with Mudau pushing all the way. With Mudau pushing all the way up. Right, a lot of the attacking impetus that we have as a team is given to Umudau. Umudau gets the ball because we can't play centrally through Mokwena and Stole. So when Umudau takes up that space up top, it means that whoever's the winger has to be able to tuck in. And normally, the winger on that side is usually Pesitao, who likes to cut inside, who likes to invert, who likes to play more as an 8 or a 10 than he does as a winger, which allows Mudawi that space. And Mokwena just couldn't He just couldn't adapt to that game and what was happening over there, right? So now we see Mokwena come in, and from the first minute when we're looking over there, him and Motaung were sitting back. Oh, shot. Okay, I guess it's our turn to shoot. Him and Motaung were at the back together. Now, what I think is going to happen, what is meant to happen with this, is to have Motaung push all the way up, and then if he does push past Mokwena has enough defensive capabilities to drop back. He's got enough defensive capabilities to play behind Motaung, because what had happened in the last game was Ungezana was under a lot more pressure having to cover Motaung. So I think that is a direct answer that Hugo Broos has made here, to say, rather I have a more defensive player who can attack at times but has the instincts to get behind the right back when they push. Get behind the right back when they push, so that they have defensive cover. The other change that was made is that South Africa yonke, man, was trying to get Uchaine into the game. Sipho Chain, of course, the Pirates goalkeeper, has, out of the goalkeepers that are there on the bench, he's probably the most active one, with Pirates having played 5 games, 5 competitive games up to this point. Velimoto was not warm last time. I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt. He was not warm. He was not ready to play. I think that kind of hurt him a little bit in terms of being ready, and he was shown that maybe he needed a little bit more time. So in comes Uchain. What I'm hoping is that this is not Hugo Broos sending a message. So when Hugo Broos listens to us as fans and listens to social media and hears all of that, sometimes he tends to bring in players just so that he can prove to you guys why I didn't select him in the first place. So we've done this with Mayo. We've done this with a couple of players. And I think it's going to be interesting to see if China does grab this opportunity. A lot of questions have been asked about Hugo Broos. I've asked a lot of questions about the selection of the squad. That Ronwen Williams gets injured, but you don't trust Velimoto. You don't trust Ricardo Goss, even though they've been with the team for multiple years, right? So now Uchain is coming in. We saw Mbata jumping Adams. I've had those questions of Hugo Broos about what way shine labantu mansela. Ay man. Guys, South Sudan is ranked 169th in the world. Now I know it's international football, anything can happen, but we're meant to, as the 57th ranked team, brush these guys aside. It's meant to be an easier game. If we're being 100% honest, then we're going to make it. But anyway, as I was saying, so that selection problem with Hugo Broos, for me, is the biggest issue at times, that we don't have a set B team. And by the time the B team players come and play, it's guys you can't trust, and they're jumped by new guys that have been brought in. So the question becomes, why not just bring those new guys in earlier? Or if you're going to play with a first team only, have guys, give the kids a chance, man. Let the kids come in and let the kids come in and play. Let the kids come in and be in and around the national team. You know, take some under 23s, take Abong Fukeng to AFCON, do those type of things. If Vele, you have no motivation to build that team. Guys, we're 7 minutes in. It is 0-0. So far, we have not seen South Sudan at all in this game. They've been making some rookie mistakes. We almost had a chance there through Motaung, but they tried to be a little bit more fancy instead of just shooting the ball directly and taking that chance. Shambe, I agree with you. We do look good with the front press, but how long can we front press for? And will the front press give us chances? The problem with Bafana Bafana is that we look so good and we play so well and we shigisha the ball and we're moving all across the back line. But in terms of chance creation, we don't do it enough. You see now, if South Sudan decides to press us, if they decide to press us, put in the cross, you're taller. Why are they taking their time? Oh, that's such a weakness. Is it Morena? That's such a weakness. Shaleni, thank you so much. Guys, let's try to get to 15,000 likes, 20,000 likes. Tap the screen, it is free. We're currently watching South Sudan versus BAFANA BAFANA. One of the weaknesses, like I said, that we have with BAFANA BAFANA is twofold. We still have this obsession of wanting to build slowly and wanting to build from the back. Now, Chain is a capable passer from the back as a goalkeeper, something that Uveli Motwa and Ricardo Goss don't have in their lockers. Fine. But the problem is, in front of him is Ngezana and Dotley, who are not comfortable under pressure when pressed. In front of them, you have Yaya Stole and Debza Mokwena, who are more comfortable playing wall passes back to the defense. So we don't have a progressor of the ball. We don't have somebody who can get the ball and be comfortable. If South Sudan had done their homework, similar to what Uganda had done, they would have been able to know, they would have known that press them, put them under pressure, you will win back more balls than you will lose. They had a chance right there where they won back a ball up high off of a sloppy pass from Uyaya, and I think that is meant to be the modus operandi for the day. That is what they're meant to be doing today in order to make sure that they win that ball up high and get some chances. I still want to see if Talente Mbata in the future can be the player that can come in to assist either Yaya Stole or Utebza. Oh, too much, boy. Or Utebza in the middle so that we have somebody who can progress the ball. I would have loved to see, I guess, Adams or Van Veek maybe there to progress that ball. There's a couple of players that we need to have in the squad. So when we start playing out from the back and doing that stuff, there's someone who can take responsibility in the middle, right? If you're looking right now, the difference between what we played versus Uganda and what we're playing here is Umorena is a lot more positionally disciplined than Mukwan. But anyway, let me see these comments. Afternoon, Mr. Oti, when you bring up the rankings, remind me of the 3-1 loss we got from Mauritania. No, I understand. I understand, Sean. And I don't want to downplay that it's international football and anything can happen. But sometimes you have to show people that you are the big dogs. You know, when Sundowns goes to play Nwadibu in the Champions League prelims, they want to show them that, no, guys, you need to catch 4. When Pirates is playing Disciples, you have to show them that, guys, I'm sorry, you guys are great. Mara, you guys have done well. It's amazing that you got this far. Mara, we need to stamp our authority. Part of the reason I was worried in the Uganda match and I had an issue with it was that I feel like we respected them too much. Like I said, I feel Uganda came with a plan, studied us, executed the plan to a degree, but then we only got back into that game because they took the foot off the pedal, not because we were building in the game, right? So when you're playing both South Sudan, when you're playing those countries, is there a possibility of losing? Sure. But you should be blowing the doors off of these teams, blowing the doors off of them. But it was that useless right way. Funny how good we are on paper and play bad at times. It's football. It's football. I just think sometimes we get exposed. You know, I think Bafana Bafana are very good underdogs. You know, when you're playing your Moroccos, when you're playing your Tunisias, when you're playing those countries, like what we did in the AFCON, I think we are far better underdogs than we are lead runners. And the reason why we are far better lead runners is that, far better underdogs, is that when you're the underdog, there's an expectation at some point that the other team needs to win. So if you look at Morocco, there was a point in that game in AFCON where they needed to attack. Red card. Nkosi yami. Ref, if you don't give that red card, yellow. Is that not Doxo? Wait. Is that not Doxo? Guys, help me out in the comments. Thank you, Mkavateli. Dotley and Gezana, sadly, they haven't played together ever, says Sean. TikTok says you live, Khanti, there's a game. Yeah. Eh? You guys don't, you see? Nah, guys, that's all right. We need 2 goals in the first half, guys. Which account is showing the live match? Guys, just watch on SABC One, SABC Sports. Go to the Facebook page, SABC Sports Facebook page. You'll find it there. Yeah, so stream it. Stream it on sabcsports.com. You can go to the SABC Sports Facebook page. I usually watch it on the Facebook page. Guys, is that not a red card, guys? Is that not a red card? Oh, is it? Are they using double jeopardy? But double jeopardy is also a trash rule, agent. It's also a trash rule. So I'm not going to send you off for a professional foul because you've given away a penalty. Yeah, but now why am I vibrating? What's going on now? Okay, penalty to South Sudan. Yeah, just like that. It should be a red card. If it's a penalty equals red card, then they wonder why the stadium is empty when they play. If it was not a penalty, it's a yellow. It wasn't a dangerous tackle, but it's a dog, so man. Isn't it denial of a goal scoring opportunity? Nazo? Ooh. Hey, the long day starts.
Ziyakhala and ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't off. I no couldn't off. Ziyakhala ke manje. Ziyakhala ke manje.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. The tech is saying Bafana's losing and it's also glitching out. Everything is glitching out because you can't believe. Okay, so it is 1-1. Hey, I mean not 1-1, it is 1-0. We are currently losing. I can't open, man. We're not trying yet. Bomda praying with opportunities. It's like poetic justice. Why change our center backs? Says Uskara. It's going to be a long day, says Usheleni. It's fine, we'll come back, says Umudise. And we'll come back. Nazo, what was stopping us from doing this? What was stopping us from doing this from minute one? When I say we respected these people too much, what was stopping it? What was stopping us from doing this? Eh?
Guys, like I want to say rock, cause being heard, but I'm back.
Now I'm back, man. Now I'm back. There's Oswin taking the one goal back, man. Okay, we're at 1-1. We're at 1-1. Bafana did this. You ever play somebody who's sitting like this and they go? That's what Bafana did. There's one assist. It is 1-1, 17 minutes in. South Sudan versus Bafana. It is 1-1. Oh, Wabulega. Guys, can we speak about that? Can we speak? You see, now Sudan has some confidence because they saw good time, man. Hey, yeah. Oswin. US says it's going to be 6-1. You predict 3-1, says Ufistos. Yo, guys, they're actually playing now. They're actually playing. We're seeing a game now. Agent. What I told you. What did you tell me? What did you tell? We shouldn't be going 1-1 with these countries, man. No disrespect to South Sudan. But 4-2. Okay, guys. Okay, tell me. What's the betting line? I want to know what the betting.
The game has changed today. There's betting. There's all these people are emotional.
Ninenba emotional, according to Upobi. What's the betting line? Theo, I know you. Over 2.5, over 4.5. Theo says my over 2.5 is coming properly. Matthew says we need to press. We do, but we need intensity. We can't be a reactive team all the time. We can't be reacting to those other teams taking advantage, because one day we'll get a team that will just shut the back door and see out the 1-0. So, like I said, we cannot play these games with too much respect. We cannot play these games with a low tempo. You have to come in and show. But Sudan is actually playing now. They're actually playing ball. And I think that should worry us. Oh, Ngezana. Guys, okay. So, tell me about this double jeopardy. Tell me about this double jeopardy. Is it a general rule? Is it up to the discretion of the of the referee? What is, how does it work? Because me, Doxo means red card, thrown goal. It's an SA thing. We wait to concede before we start the game. That we start to take the game seriously. Says Master GD. Temba says, "Oh, Pratemba, mafuru wibuga. SABCSports.com, SABC Sports Facebook page, SABC Plus, free. Mama bugela mina. You can watch that thing. Over 5.5 says the Theo. Casper says 3-1 win to South Africa. Murisa says this is artificial turf. I think so. It looks like it. Betway thinks says Moscato. Why didn't we start with Kekana at the back? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure why Ukekana is not starting. Again, goes back to that conversation we had about when you have a proper B team, man. Do those players actually get to play? This weather is favoring South Sudan. Does this beat Limpopo? 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, Peter Mukaba. We were lucky there. I really feel like it was a red card, Zuba. I really feel like it was a red card. Let's see, here comes Bafana Bafana on the attack again. We need Mfuke, and the guy who scored our second goal last week. Mbata, talent Mbata. But this artificial grass is really boring, man. And it's on SABC 1, yes. If you commit a foul that's not dangerous in the penalty box, it's a pen with a yellow if the same foul occurs. Okay. OT, they are playing at home and the Sudanese can run for 90 minutes. We can't match the tempo. Then finish the game early. 3-4-1, half time. Finish the game. Outside the penalty area, it's a red because the penalty is considered a half goal. Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was a red, but okay. Don't include Limpopo. I get about the weather. Go South Sudan. Pitamkaba, new Pitamkaba doesn't play. Oh, we've lost visuals. Okay, we've lost visuals. Let me open up then. Guys, remember you have to be following me in order to jump in. Let's have a chat about this game. We are 20 minutes in. The game hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped, but we don't have access to the game. So let me speak to you guys and find out how you feel. Hey, my brother. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, I guess. I told you that I don't buy this new guys and a new everybody, new defender. I told you guys I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. The guy's literally coming from the back of him. No, guys, no. You know, but
22 minutes in. How do you feel?
Before I go to the tactics, let me just go to the tactics. The thing is, I don't get. It's a weird how Motaung and Ngezana don't work well. Like, for some weird reason, I would expect Udodli and Umudiba not to work well because I expect that Umudiba is not a natural defender. But it's so weird that Motaung and Ngezana are not working well. And then again, my question becomes, where was Dodli? I know I'm blaming Ngezana for that. Yes, it was Ngezana's fault. The person should have come from the back. But why is Ngezana there instead of Dodli? You know, that's my second question. You know, and again, if let's say Dodli is covering Umudiba and Ngezana is pushing to cover Odotli, it means something is happening.
Guys, please mute, guys. I'm sorry. Please mute if you jump in. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, then it means if Ngezana is pushing to cover Dot, it means Motaung should not be overlapping, or what does this guy say? Tole should be dropping in and covering Ngezana. Why is Ngezana exposed alone? We are not going to blame Ngezana, but there's three people you can blame for that. But as for the red card, if the foul occurs outside the penalty box, is Doxo. But if it occurs in the same place in the penalty box, it is not a dangerous foul, then it's just the yellow. We call it double dapat here.
Can I ask you, Agent, before I bring in Matthew, are these countries, South Sudan and Uganda, have they exposed that maybe you need to press Bafana Bafana up high and maybe we're not as strong as we think we are in terms of playing the ball? Because even towards the end of this, we're now back, it is still 1-1. Even towards the end of that play there was a lot of pressure being put on our defense and you could see that there was a lot of issues. Are they exposing some of the problems, and does Hugo Bruce now have to properly look at this and fix it?
I think it's I wouldn't say we're that bad at the back. I think it's just they don't have communication, you know. And I hope and I think the players, especially Ochine or whoever the keeper is, has to do a better job of commanding that area. I think it's just miscommunication. If you have Omo Daud and Mudiba overlapping, someone else tells it Tole, but he's experienced enough to himself that, but someone should tell him drop in between the two centre backs, you know, so that the natural person who's supposed to cover a centre back in any case should have been Usitole instead of Ngezana, you know. And again, we saw the same thing last time, that once Umodau is gone and Ngezana is left alone, there's no one who's covering Ngezana, and that is exposing Ngezana. Like I said, he made a mistake, but it also is a case of there's no cohesion there, you know. And it makes us miss maybe Grant and Umval. I think we see why two of them kind of play well, because maybe they have that understanding that what do we need to do, you know. And I think they have the ability to say, they were your tabs about, hey, my guy, come back and drop us. So I don't know if Udotli and Ngezana having them to say, hey, Tebo, come back. You know, so I think that's what is lacking in our defenders here.
Let me bring Skara. Skara, 26 minutes in, it is 1-1. We have just lost speed a little bit. Yeah? Okay.
Who cares? Who cares?
Wait.
Who cares?
What do you think of that 22 minutes we had watched, though? Now we're at 26 minutes.
Okay, let's start here, guys. Defenders should defend. That's the primary job. If you can't defend, why should we put you as a defender? It's just a simple thing.
Yeah.
We want to put defenders that attack. What's the whole point of that? If you want to put more attackers, take one defensive midfield and have two number 10s, like Man City do. They have two number 10s, and then they have Rodri that protects our defender. Yeah. But here in South Africa, we want to take our right back and our left back. They both go up, and we leave our both center back that are not, they don't have pace. They are not comfortable with the ball. So that's a big, so Rowan Williams actually is showing the importance of not being there, because he does a lot of things, which is, it's not his job actually. We need to go to basics, put our people that will defend first. Our back four, you need to do your primary job, that is to defend. And then the secondary job, it will automatically come as the game progresses. You can see that, okay, let's exploit this side, let's overload this side. But I don't know, for some reason, we want to complicate simple stuff, guys.
Can I ask, Kara, is it maybe a situation that we are, how do I put this without offending anybody? Is this a case that we are copying Sundowns' manual or Rulani's manual, where you find a Mudiba is not necessarily the best left back we have and is often in attacking places. We find a Mudau who's often up, but you don't have a Kutsie, you don't have an Allen, you don't have those type of guys, and maybe it leaves us exposed at times.
Definitely. I'm a Pirates fan, but I can tell you now, we are trying to play the Sundowns way. Which it works for Sundowns because they do it every day. Remember, in the national team, there's not enough time for those a lot of training hours that you put in training to give you whatever that you want. So in the national team, yes, it is working in some games, but smart coaches are easily picking that out now. If you can see, whenever Motaung goes up, there's one. Today they are playing with two strikers. One striker is dropping. Where Modiba is going up, there's one striker that goes that side. If the same on the right, if he goes up, there's a striker that goes on the left. So both Ngezana and Dogli, they can't run. So if you pull them to the side, or they always gonna win those balls. So my thing was that it's either one of the two, either the right back or the left back becomes disciplined. We can't all go forward. So that the Mokwenas and the Yayas can, if they are not off position, they can come back and assist. But our main right back and left back, guys, I'm not saying they are bad players, but what they are doing, it's actually costing us now. Because we've got a speedy Morena and a speedy Apollos. So if four of them are there in front, it's not giving us something. Unless they sacrifice one midfielder there and put either Tito or who's this? Amatalenta Wafan.
Mbata.
Yes.
Okay.
That was my 2 cents.
Let me bring you Sinja. Sinja, 30 minutes in, it is 1-1. Gave away a penalty, managed to get one back. How do you feel so far about this? Hey, Banna, where's Ala? SABC.
Yeah, it's like we are playing Iseka, Fundin. Yeah, if you remember Iseka.
What do you think so far, DJ? Okay.
Listen, I also have the same question that Agent had. Why was Ngezane the one dealing with that player on the left-hand side? And I'm looking at the positioning of our. Look at now, Umuda is way ahead. He's there. You know, look at who's defending that ball now. It's that right wing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But this is totally. I don't understand. Both him and Aubrey, they all go up, and then you leave the two center backs behind. And then I don't understand. Then even the 2 6s, they're also they're out of position. Now Dotley now comes in, becomes a 6, and now Ngezane is playing behind him, and that's how they got caught. And now I think Ngezane did what any person would have done, is to commit a foul, because it was going to be either you leave it to the gods and see if China is really a quality goalkeeper, will stop the block, or he's not. And then I think Ngezane opted for the penalty instead. So I really.
Sinja, is this not then? Is this not something that is exposing us? Even when we speak about the build-up of the game, building up through Motaung, not necessarily having another way
look
to
at
build
where
up.
Motaung is currently. Look at him. He's
Look
there.
at where
Up
Ngezane
there.
is. Look at where Ngezane
He should be
is.
where Ngezane is currently.
Or if not Ngezane, one of the 6s should be there.
Exactly.
And cover.
That's what I'm trying to say. Where is
No, go on.
That's my main problem in this current squad, is that you've got positions have been shifted. I don't know whether it's to confuse the enemy or what. It really is. You find that a 2 is going to go and play where a 11 will be playing, and then a 4 is going to come and play where a 6 is going to be playing, a 6 is going to be where an 8 is supposed to be playing, and then an 8-10 is elsewhere. So I don't understand this position-based football. Maybe it's modern-day football. Maybe this is called modern-day football.
Is this not chameleon light, man? Is this not?
I think it's modern-day.
Half of the chameleon.
Yeah, I think it's modern day that did not go to private school. You know, it's modern day that went to a school with a blazer and a tie, a school without a blazer. You know, JJ's in a tie. These schools that never had prefects, they had SRC. You know, it's that type of football. I know my head boy, I'm a head girl. You know.
every time. Hey. Okay, here we go. We won the ball back up high. Cross is played in. Can they take advantage? Oh. Debs are hitting it over. Okay. So here we go. It is the 33rd minute. It is 1-1 currently. South Sudan scored first through a penalty after Ongezana Shem was left on an island and he needed to pull somebody in order to stop that from happening. And then, of course, we replied almost immediately. Okay, so the reason why I'm asking these questions is because it feels as though Bafana Bafana has been good for a while. And I think it comes down to what I was saying earlier, that we are very good as the underdog. We're very good as a team where most of our attacks are going to be in transition. Most of our most of our play is going to be based on a team attacking us, and then we absorb and hit them. It's a lot of long balls. It's long balls to Mahopa. It's long balls out wide. It's long balls to the wings to play up quickly. That is where you see Abo Zwane shine. They start playing the ball. They've got the touches. They do all those beautiful things. But what happens when you're playing against a team that isn't attacking you and is almost waiting for you in order to transition on you? That's where it becomes a bit of an issue, because now we see, or at least in this game, I'll give them benefit of the doubt because we don't have Williams and the other guys, but we start to see that, oh, our two center backs can't play the ball. Oh, our two center mids can't play the ball. Oh, hey, our right back and left back are always gone, right? Now you sit back and you go, maybe this is what we have been the whole time. We just haven't been under the requisite type of pressure. These teams have now learned. Uganda and Uganda did the same thing as what South Sudan was doing. They attack the spaces. Muda was gone. They sent somebody there. That's how Ngezana got a yellow card last time. Now we're watching Ngezana, as the guys are saying, we're watching Ngezana go and have to mark all the way out on the wing. And then if you don't get the ball right or you don't do something right, there's nobody who's covering you. What I thought was going to happen at the beginning of this game was that you'd have Umudau and you'd have Morena. When Mudau pushes past to Morena, Morena would come back. But now we're watching Morena drift inside now. He's also running inside, which means when they hit us on the counter or they're a little bit more direct, which is something we saw versus Uganda, the minute they're a little bit more direct, we're caught with our pants down. Because now our two defenders, slower guys, are now meant to cover those guys that are meant to be covering on the wing. And then our two sixes, no one is coming back. What happens to Yaya and what happens to Debza when we're on counterattacks? Look, watch. Goes wide. You see, this is how they're supposed to set up. Aubrey. Oh, Nkose. Guys, these are not clean games we're playing here. Okay. There was an offside. These are not clean games we're playing here. But that's what I'm trying to say here, is that I think they're exposing a lot of things, and I hope Hugo Bruce has answers for this. I do feel like, again, we're copying half of chameleon football. You know, we're asking Chain to play the ball. You know, we're playing Aubrey and then Mudau up high. We don't have the type of control that you get with that football, so our build-ups become a little bit slow. We can't go through the middle. There's so much, man, that is happening in this game. I see Oswin Apolis is playing 8. I'd call him more of an 8 than a winger. Utemba Zwanishem, he's stuck on an island because the ball is not getting to him. Ooh, there's a lot happening. But Shayan Labantu, man. Shayan Labantu. You could have all the mistakes and everything in the world. Mara Shayan Labantu, man. Oh, you were lucky there. Left back is exposed like there's no one that side. But you see, Sean, that's my issue here. Yesterday, when we were playing football, way back in the day, we were taught the U. And they always used to say to us, if these two over here is your left and right back, or if is your center backs, and these are your left and right back, if one goes, niashifta. So then it becomes a 3. right-hand side is active, you've got an overload, you're pushing your right wing inside, you've still got a left wing. Then if it cycles back, you do this, so you always have 3 at the back, which is something that you'll find if you look at a Rulani, he does it a little bit differently, where he'll have 2 center backs, and then every time there's an attack that's coming to them in a transition, he'd have a CDM, Kutsia, come inside and make it a 3. At the very least, we have to have 3 at all times. This thing of having 2 players, I don't know. Oh, what a shot. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. 38 minutes in, it is 1-1. They've hit to China. China almost parried it into the way of a Sudanese player. We have just hit a long distance shot from Aubrey that has been tipped over. Bafana says our players look tired. Guys, if you want to watch the game, you want to stream it, if you can watch me here, you can go to SABC Sports, the Facebook page of SABC Sports. If you don't have Facebook, go to your browser, sabcsports.com. You can watch it there. If you feel that way and you've got data, download the SABC Plus app. You'll be able to watch it there. If you're watching it on TV, it is SABC One. I'm watching it on TV right now. So if you do want to watch it live, you can head on over that side. Corner to South Africa. Mudau is inviting. Hey, agent, I don't know, agent. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. It's the white dead side. It's the white dead side. Funny, Rulani went to... But anyway, the build-up is slow. The ball must move or else they'll gain confidence. But also, Master GD, if you look at the places where we've played well. So if you look at the goal that we scored here, what was the main thing about that attack? It was fast. Boom, 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 shot. What is this slow at the back? And by the time you want to get up front, Zwane Makile, Morena's marked out, Lyle Foster's standing, everybody's standing still. You can't use the pace of Apolis, you can't use the pace of Morena. You've just taken so long to get the ball up, right? Immediately they scored. In the second half versus Uganda, when it was late in the game and we were chasing the game, what was the one thing that made us look good? It was the pace of the game. Versus Morocco or AFCON, what is the thing that made us look good? It was the pace of the game. When we put Nigeria under pressure at AFCON, what was the overriding feature? It was the pace of the game. We have chaos players. These are chaos players. These are guys that are looking for breakdowns. These are guys that are looking for defenders facing their own posts. So if you don't get the ball up to Mshishi fast enough, if you don't get the ball up the pitch fast enough, the defense just sits there. And our players, man, Lyle Foster is not, you can see him right there. He's not the type of player who's going to drop back and go wide and go get the ball and do those things. He's a striker. He's waiting. Look at Mshishi, positioning. He's waiting. Look at how long it takes this ball to build up. Look, where's Mshishi? He's behind 2 players. Where's Lyle Foster? He's being marked by 2 players. And the possession will read crazy. Here we go, here we go. Oh, better decision, boy. Better decision, boy. Oswin, take it, boy. Shoot! Now look, 2. There's the 2. Now if you watch, far side, there's a player. Right there, the strikers were together. Was it Sinje who had spoken about how they commit one striker to one of the sides while the one takes care of the defender? That's, oh, guys. If they take advantage of this. I see the Kotsi, guys. I don't know how we're going to win this game. We definitely need to. Chameleon football has a build-up that is slow. I could sleep and wake up. There's still building, says Sean. No, my man, it's hot there. And the pitch is heavy. Okay. Watch the goal we scored. We just need 2 or 3 of those, and then you can relax for the rest of the game. Played in. Nazbo. Oh, no.
Wabafana, man. Oh, what?
Crossbar high 2. Twice.
Iskhambi, ngade. Iskhambi. Ngade kumele ngade. Iskhambi.
Okay, no, it hit the player first. Sorry, my bad. Because I was like, hey, if it hit the crossbar twice, that's something else. That was a handball, though. But I guess he could argue that his arm didn't move. How? The handball, ne? How did we miss that crossbar? We're winning this game. Relax, guys. No, but I think for me, ne, winning the game is one thing, but we need to fix some problems. And some of these problems are now carrying on in a second game. We're now seeing it versus Uganda. We're seeing it versus South Sudan after seeing it versus Uganda. So I think the discussion here is not necessarily that, oh, Bafana's trash, throw it away. It's how can we fix some of the issues that we're seeing here? How can we fix that, we leave a 2, right? How can you fix that should they decide that they were, oh, Nkosiam? How are you leaving him one-on-one still? How are you leaving him one-on-one? Guys! Why would you leave a man who's got a yellow card as their last man defender? Totally should be doing that job for now, at least, just to hold. Anyway, guys, 3 minutes added on. Please remember, we did have a little bit of an interaction during the game. I'm going to ask you guys to come in at halftime. I'm going to let in 6 people. If we can get to 15,000 likes, I'll keep it open in the second half. So feel free to request and jump in and we can have a conversation about what we saw. I need 6 people and we'll analyze what we've seen from the first half and then take it from there. 15,000 likes and I keep it open in the second half and anybody can jump in and give me your minute of what you think is happening at that point in the game. It is a very interactive show. Hey, that should have been a penalty, man. I guess, Sinjay, you could argue that he didn't make an unnatural move, right? He didn't make an unnatural move. So I guess either way. Heat is the contributing factor, right? Or you exposed at the back, remove Ngezana. What about handball? Yeah, it's here or there. The Heat won't allow players to go all out. Tabs, you don't need to go all out for 90 minutes, but you are 1-1, and you've got 1 point from your previous game. Oh, nice. Oh, guys, what do they call Sangomas in South Sudan? The 2-1. Okay.
I just got the notification. It's a goal.
Oh, Nazo. Oh, Nazo. But you guys understand what I'm saying? Look at that goal. Finally, we played up. Look. There we go. Not this going the long way, all the way around to try to get to a place. All the way and holding the ball. Get them active. Like I said, we're chaos merchants. Those 3 defenders didn't know where to go. Why? There was chaos. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Austin is our star boy. The goal. Now we're talking. Musa says, nice one. It's going to be 3-1. Apolis is our breadwinner today, says the stepfather. Okay, so 2-1. Critical phase. Hey, critical phase of the game. Sudan conceded. So it is 2-1 to South Africa, which looks good. As I was saying, the truth of the matter is that we got 1 point from our first game. So we need the 3 points just to be sure. Top 2 goes through. So it is a little bit safe, but we still need to see something. Shelly says 5-1. Bafana says 2 more goals from Fukeng and Foster. Zwane is the coach, says Balungile. Junior says, but the coach likes to put Raitoma Raifetsa last minute. Why? I think it's just protecting him for now. Okay, guys, it is halftime. Feel free to request, but you have to be following me in order to request. Let's have a conversation about what we saw there in the first half. It's so weird doing this thing, Katre, man. It's so weird doing this thing, Katre, but let's see who is here. Guys, I might give preference. Wait, let me just check. Let me see. Okay, let me see who's here. Ace of Spades was here. Modise had requested.
It was here. Modise had requested. It was here.
Ace of Spades. Oh, in and out. How are you? Welcome. Ace of Spades. Oh, in and out. How are you? Welcome. Please mute when you come in. Please mute when you come in. Ace of Spades, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, no, let's go with Agent. Agent, halftime, how do you feel about that first half?
I don't know, lukewarm. I think it was lukewarm for me. I'm just crying with the defense because he's raising more questions than answers. I get that you're overloading the team in the final third, but you can't overload with your two fullbacks and with the two central defensive midfielders, because more often than not you see tabs ahead of Zwane even, and you see Sitoli behind Zwane a little bit, but all of them are near the 18 area, the 18 yard of the team.
Yeah, guys, please mute when you come in. Please mute when you come in. Yeah, but step further, mute. Yeah, but sorry about that. You can go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see that. So then your two fullbacks are gone, your two central midfielders are gone, but you're not dropping your 8 or your 10. I mean your 10, because one is also there. So you are left with Udotli and with Ngezana, and they're covering a lot of ground between them. You see Ngezana covering Umdao, and then Ngezana also covering Dotli. And I think you're overworking Ngezana a bit, and he's gonna get tired, he's gonna get a red card if you're not careful with him. But again, forward play, the moment we switch up the gears, we score. Like, I don't get how it is hot. It is very hot, right? So when it's hot, what do? Get your two extra two cushion goals and sit back and relax instead of waiting and then you are rushing, because that's gonna kill you, because now every moment I think, hey guys, we need to score. So eventually you're increasing your style of play, and that's gonna kill you in the long run. So rather get your 2 goals and relax. And I hear the heat factor. I hear it. But both teams are playing in the same heat and on the same ground. And people will argue that, but these guys are used to it. Nope, these guys are not used to it. 4 of them maybe are used to it because they're playing South Sudan, but all the others are playing in Europe, Greek, Austria, Cyprus. All the other 7 are playing outside South Sudan. And even when they're playing in Europe, so they're not used to this heat, they're not used to this artificial field. So no excuses of that excuse,
we spoke about the overload. Isn't one of the problems with the overload maybe that even in the overload, everybody's running into the same places? So you'll find Morena occupying the same place as Zwane, standing next to Tebza, standing next to... Can you speak on that maybe? Do you see an issue with that also, that even when you get into the final third, everybody's just running into each other?
I don't know what game were we watching. Were we watching France or were we watching Real Madrid? Because I'm not involved no, it was England. It was England. I remember. It was England. We were seeing Bellingham, Kane, and who was that also? Ford. Was it Foden? All of them are in the same 10 area. But what should happen is both of you guys should interchange your imaginary positions, So when Omundao is cutting back in, I expect Morena to be out wide. I expect Ozwane to push up to be the supporting striker. If Omundao is not cutting back in, I expect Ozwane now to be in the 10 area and Morena up. So there has to be that interchange of players. You can't all be in the same position. So yeah.
Okay. Let me go to Modise. Modise, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you, OT. Now I'm fine, man.
Mplele mdise, ubonang first half.
First off, OT. The thing is, I feel like our players are not like positioning. The position of our two sixes, our 2, 6, and 8. The Sitol and what's his name?
Mokwena.
Sitol and Mokwena. Sitol and Mokwena must decide who goes up and then who stays. Because now Sudan is playing with two strikers. They're playing with two strikers. And now we also have our full backs who invert. Mudawa has been inverting this whole time. He's always been inverting. You find Morena up in the corner flag there. So they need to decide. I think once we sort out the midfield problem, because I feel like it's a midfield problem, because now we have full backs who are inverting, they're creating a lot of congestion up there. And then since the Sudan is playing with two strikers, it creates a 2v2, which is not good. If you can check the Sudan strikers, they don't cross the center half. They don't cross the center half. There's always someone in our half. So which means what? It forces Ngezana to do some reckless defending, some unethical defending, so you call it. So now he has to scrap. He has to look for scraps. So I feel like since we have Mudau and what's the other guy? Mudiba. We have Mudau and Mudiba who invert. Mudau and Mudiba invert. So Sitol, Yaya, and Mokwena needs to at least sit back a little so that now we can have a little bit of an advantage. So since when it's like that, we have an advantage. Ngezana almost goes into the right center back. Dotli stays there, and then we have Sitole who will stay in the middle. So now we have a sort of like a back three when we're going forward. So that creates almost a back diamond, if you get me. So we stay what?
Before I go to step further, I want to ask you, how much of this is a tactical game, and how much of this can be won by Bafana Bafana just by turning up the volume, Hanyan?
The Sudan, the problem with Sudan, they can't clear the lines. That's what I saw. If you look at our second goal, they didn't clear the lines very well. So if South Africa can turn up the tempo in the first 5 minutes of the second half, I feel like we can still get something out of it. But also we must not sleep at the back. Because they can play a long ball. They can play a long ball. This is an artificial turf. It creates a very awkward bounce. It creates a very awkward bounce for our defenders to deal with. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Let me go to step further. Step further. Ukhona ngo-3 wena.
Ngikhona ngithi ilo direction.
Step further. Tell me, we wanted to first half.
These boys, but today I don't know why they're playing against someone but they're dropping to their 11 now. I mean, Sudan can't play, but then we're making them play now because they see that we can't play. I don't know why, because those boys can play. Or but it's like they are scared. And then the other thing, Ungezana is exposed today. Move. I don't know why umdawu mayihambile kungabi ukuthi fanele phela at least nyana kumkwena or usithole akhavele umdawu mayihambile, because Ungezana every time uthola 1-on-1 bese kuvuka ubungezana bakhe lo bahambe yibo lapha kwezakho. Now bamveza umngezana bakhe today. So now we are leading 3-0 comfortable 3-0, but we sithola sile ngo 2-1 against these guys abangakwazi ukudlala ibhola. And then Hugo Bros, I think.
But then before we move lapho, now we had the same problem with Uganda. Why singayilungisi and silungisa kanjani?
We had the same problem in Uganda because you have the same coach who on thinking out when he believe in you. It doesn't matter what the previous game how you did. it doesn't matter what a person I put in for another person, how he did. As long as mina ngiqala ngosithole nomkwena, the next game ngizoqala ngosithole nomkwena. It doesn't matter ukuthi that sambe bengacombine kanjani. We had the same problem with Sithole Nomkwena, who at least at that time Ungezana was able to work, deal with that pressure of those guys. Why comfortable that day? Today Ungezana is exposed because Sithole and Mokwena together with Umtao, they are not there. But Bruce, because Bruce which mina mangithande wena ngithanda wena. It doesn't matter ukuthi wenze kanjani in the previous game. Mangithanda ngiyakuthanda. Umkwena noSithole they're not combining, and Umkwena noSithole they're not giving us anything. Uzwane today, Uzwane is getting too many touches at ball, but Uzwane is not doing what he needs to do just to release the ball.
Okay.
So
okay.
I understand what
Ngizobuya. Let me go to Mo just for time's sake. Mo, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. Mo, tell me about this game. How do you feel about it so far?
I feel like Bruce is gonna wait he's gonna wait when it's too late to make substitutes which are not gonna work. Being honest, I agree with what stepfather said. We can all see that Sithole Mokwena is not working. Why is Mbata still on the bench? Why isn't he warming up when it starts the second half? He's gonna wait for when nothing can happen, and he'll put in players, and they'll put in a good performance, and the next game they're not starting. And you can see where everything gels. There are changes that he needs to make. He won't make them. He'll wait for the last minutes. Because if we're being honest, Uzwane, second half, moving forward in the 60s, he should get out Ngenutito so we can win fouls. We need a player who's going to get us fouls because we're already pushing forward. We can see when we get opportunities of set pieces, we are shaking them. So I'm thinking, if he's going to wait for Usithole to make another mistake and then Gezana gets his second yellow, that's how we lose in the game. We need Bruce to be more proactive when coming to making his changes. This thing of liking players and they stay a little longer on the pitch, although they provide nothing, is going to create that losing side. Because already we're leading and we should be leading with more goals if everything was gelling. So with the second half, I think we're going to lose it if he doesn't make the right changes. We're not going to lose it. We're not going to lose it.
Yeah, okay. No, go on. Just finish that point.
We're not going to lose it because they have better players or anything. We are losing it because players are not gelling. The other side, you can see this one and this one can complement each other. With us, they don't complement each other. We need subs, but they're not going to be making subs. Like the other game, we should have won it. If Mufukeng started a bit earlier, do you think we were gonna draw? Honestly speaking, no. Okay. So the Bruce thing.
Yeah. sorry.
Mo. Nah, it's chilled. I was just gonna say that we're gonna lose if subs are not made at the right time. It's gonna be a sub thing. It's a tactical loss, not a player loss.
Let me welcome Tyler. Tyler, welcome to the show. How are you? Tyler, are you with me? Let's see if we can get Tyler to unmute there. Okay, I'll come back to you, Tyler. Let me go to Sinja. Sinja.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh,
we can hear you perfectly.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Tyler, first off, tell me about
I would like to slightly disagree with the guys. I think the guys are gelling well. In the middle of the park, yes, we have a bit of a problem there between Mokwena and Yaya. I think if Yaya can just try to drop, because both of them, they are trying to go forward and spray those passes. You've got the combination of Mudiba and the small boy there. That's where most of our chances are created and most of our goals are coming from. Yeah. But I'm just worried about Ngezana at the back. I don't know why Hugo went to get Ngezana. I don't know why. Is he better than the defender from Sundowns?
Okay,
what's his name? Kekana. Is he better than Kekana, guys? Kekana played in the AFCON brilliantly. And now these guys are going to come because they now know that you've got Ngezana who can't deal with the one-on-ones. And if he keeps playing Ngezana and keep calling Ngezana into the national teams, you're going to come and face with strong teams, like your Ghana, Cameroon, and other strong teams in the African region that are going to put pressure on Ngezana, and he will track. I think he must fix Ngezana, guys. He must take him out. Colin Kekana. Yeah, that's my take on the whole game. Thanks so
Can I
much.
just ask Tyler very quickly?
Yeah.
To be devil's advocate, isn't it good that we're starting to see other players come in so that now we know that if push comes to shove and Valen Kekana can't play, you have a Dotley, you have Ngezana that have had some game time. Is that not a good
player, that Dotley?
Is that not a good thing?
Ngezana, yes, you can try that with other defenders, like what you've done now with Dotley. He's a brilliant defender, know how to read the game, know how to position himself. Very brilliant. Even in the first game, the boy's got talent. He's a natural defender, but not with Ngezana. Guys, we all know Ngezana. I don't know why, what quality this guy have seen from him. No, man, not Ngezana, guys. He likes hoofing the ball. He can't even have first touch.
Let me just bring in Nusija. First half.
I'm going to say this thing, I'm going to say it again. Tina, we don't have what you call a forgettery. We watch football and we remember the things that we have watched. We don't forget. As Amkeli Sasa, we remember what happened at AFCON with Kekana and together with Umvala. How many times were they saved by Williams? How many games did Bafana Bafana almost lose with being Umvala being exposed and Ukeka? The same one they call it now, being exposed, and Williams came to the rescue. Why? Now we are forgetting how they were almost left. They didn't even almost qualified for the next round. But now we're going to keep quiet. Now people have forgotten. They are forgotten. Now Umvala is the best. Is the reason why that Hugo is doing what he's doing now. It is he learned a lesson at AFCON that he needs to have replacement that he can trust. But anyway, we are going to, I also agree, we need to do with the 2 6s. We need to deal with them because they both go up. They must agree when one goes up, the other one must come down. Must support and play the triangle and assist and also become a third defender. In particular, when they see that they are losing the ball. We don't see that. We see Dotley together with Ngezana, the only two dealing with 2 or 2-on-2 or 3v2. And this becomes very problematic. But now we are going to blame the one person that is actually committing the fouls. It means that he is doing the work. But anyway, it's I also agree. Hugo's substitutions needs to be very, 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 very proactive and not be reactive. Right now, I think Ngezana must come out because he's a liability now. He must come out, in particular when he's playing the way that he does. And even if you bring in a Kekan, another defender, tell your 6s one of them must stay behind. Because if you're going to continue the same way, even the person that you are putting in is going to feel the same pressure and is going to react almost the same way. If you are going to bring Umvala, there's going to be blood spilling all over the place. We all know that. We all know that. Because it's going to be blood left, right, and center. Some go bloody, some go Game of Thrones, some go 300. Spill up blood, gladiator. But anyway, it's one of those things. It's one of those things. I think Ngezana needs to come out. Quickly, I think we need another center midfielder, and I think Stollen needs to go out or Debza to go out. And I also feel that Uzwanek must come out and Last Ball must come in.
Okay. As you say that the TV does weird things. Guys, it is 46 minutes.
I told you, Zalaba Seka here.
It's 46 minutes with 2-1 up. It is the second half. Guys, I'm going to ask you guys just to quickly, Agent, if you can give me your score prediction and one thing that you would change for the second half.
I just need to be tapped by Sinja first because I need to hop on something quickly. Guys, we forgot that not Ngezana, but what is this guy's name? Kekana. He's going through a lot. He's traumatized, he's going through counseling, sometimes made the wife cry, made the kids to cry. He's been playing like a madman at Sundowns, taking penalties, sliding in. So Bruce is like, this guy needs a break, Shem. Let's not be like that. Let's not be like that, Shem. That guy is going through a lot. He's going through a lot. So I think I see a 4-1 or 5-1 here.
Okay. Let me go to Melissa. Score prediction and one thing you change here.
Score prediction. I feel like both teams have a goal in them. Maybe one for Sudan from a mistake, and also one. So it's gonna end in 3-2.
Well, now you just want both teams to score over 4.5. I see you. What would you change?
One thing, a player. I wouldn't change a player. I just want to tactical discipline. That I feel like our midfield needs to be more disciplined to reduce the space between our defense and our midfield. That's all I would do.
Okay. Let me go to Mo. Score prediction and one thing that you change for the second half.
Put in players who are going to win fouls. That's the first thing. And score prediction, I think without the players who are going to be changed properly, we are losing it or we are drawing. It's either we are winning. Honestly, we can't lie about it though. Wrong changes, rojiwa. Red card rojiwa. So it's either Gezana or Setolo, someone or Bamu protect because red card rojiwa.
Okay, score.
But honestly, I think if
final score, final. Man, move.
3-2 either way.
Okay.
With the right changes, but win. Sharp.
Let me go to Tyler. Tyler, score prediction and one thing you change here.
Take out Ngezana. If he steals there in your 80th minutes, you're gonna draw. Take out Ngezana, put in Kekana, take out Sitole, or you keep him, but you instruct him to stay in between your defense and instruct your full back not to move. Take out Zwane and put in Tito. Then you can have 4-1.
4-1. Hey, I go over 4.5. CJ, score prediction and then tell me one thing you'd change here.
I think Ungezane just almost scored a goal, but everyone kept quiet. But anyway, I would also take Ungezane out, and I also take out one of the two pivots, Pumezeambe, and I would also take out what's his name? I'll take out the captain. I think Omangete is also Afika. Imilenz it's tired. And put in also last born. My score prediction, I think 3-1 is going to be. I'm not dreaming about this 4-1 unless something horrible happens. I think Gezane is not just. I would put in Gezane he's got the more neck ability to score goals than the other two that people are comparing him about. And you must understand, he plays in the Champions League now. Not African Champions League, UEFA. Leto ya Africa, yama 20 million.
Every time you're right there. You're right there.
They must understand, his team is knocking at the CAF, UEFA, the creme de la creme league.
Okay, guys, 50 minutes in. My quick thoughts about the first half before I get into what's happening right now. If we can get to 20,000 likes, I will open it up. Okay, so for me, I think this is not a bad team, but I think that we do things sometimes that put us under unnecessary pressure. We do things that take away the things that we do well. So, for example, we know that Themba Zwane loves the ball at his feet. We know that Apolis is fast. We know that Lau Foster can be sort of a target man. We know that Morena also has some pace. So for me, that dictates that maybe you'd play a more transition-based play. where you hit as quickly as possible to get all these players involved. The goals that we've scored, the chances we've created have come from a little bit of a tempo change as we've been playing. I think we are stuck in between that and trying to play the ball at the back and move it around and do all of that stuff, which slows us down too much, I believe, right? Then you have the idea of our defense. You can't have, fine, you've got your two center backs. In this day and age, you can't have both your CDMs gone, both your left and right back gone. You can't have a situation where you're defending 1v1 centrally, because they will kill you. It will either put pressure on your player to give away a penalty, get a yellow card, or you will see that player again also maybe get a yellow card later on, or just be overworked. Gezana right now is overworked because not only must he cover his side Yamdau, he also has to cover Udotli, who's covering Umdiba, who's gone. So now he's the only one, if you watch, that's actually marshalling that back, that's defending at the back. So for me, that's a little bit of an issue. I think some of the things that have come to a head is also when we speak about the midfield. Two things are happening. Stole and Mokwena are meant to be brought in order to shield the back. That is what I see from this. Mokwena is not the very best at progressive passing, as in getting the ball, turning, playing it up. Stole is not the best at getting the ball, playing it up. They are both very physical midfielders. So I think the expectation was that those two have to mark for these guys. If you watch the AFCON, a lot of the times, Stole was found on the left-hand side covering Aubrey, and Mokwena would be on the right-hand side covering that side now. But if you're going to have both those guys there, and you're going to push them forward, and you're going to want them to play the ball, and you're going to want them to do all that stuff and forget the things that they're good at, you're killing those guys in terms of that play. You're putting them in a situation where they're not going to be, they're not going to be strong, right? So I think what's irritating me is more of the willingness for us to make players play things that they're not used to playing. And I think it's killing our play a little bit. But I think if we can turn up the tempo at times, very strategically, turn up the tempo at times, you can get something, because that's where you'll wake up Abo Zwane. I think Zwane, Apolis Morena, and Foster can combine very well. But they just don't get the chance to, because Ipola Alfigi. Right? The few times that they're up front, the goal that they scored to make it 1-1, did you see how quickly, how fast they played? The second goal, did you see how they confused that South Sudan defense by just, having a little bit of pace, having the touches, moving it around, being progressive, being faster? That's what you need to see more of from South Africa. This half and half, it's interesting, and I think that we're just killing some of the players. You'll see. There'll come a point where maybe Umfukeng comes in for Apolis, and you'll see the game change a bit, because Umfukeng maybe uzobambi ball. He'll play in front of that defense. He will be comfortable with holding it. I think Apolis wants to go forward because it's a pace, but he's not getting the chances to use that pace. You'll see it change when Mbata comes in and they start playing the ball and they start putting it on the ground. I think that's going to change some of the game. So let's see how it's going to go. Right now, it's 56th minute. We are leading 2-1. Let's see if we can see out this game. We've seen some guys saying it's going to be an over 4.5. Hey, over 4.5. Let's see if we'll see something there. What I am noticing right now is that South Sudan... Oh, Nazo. Oh, Nazo. Okay, it is 2-2. South Sudan has managed to equalize. Nazo. Oh, Nazo.
Bafana, man. What?
Guys, at this point, forget about tactics. At this point, forget about tactics. At this point, pride is on the line. Pride must be on the line.
And we even have transition and what. Sometimes I don't even understand what they're saying. They say, hey, these guys are talking serious stuff. I mean, just win the game, guys.
Just win the game, guys. Just win the game, guys. This is where I am right now. Just win the game, guys. International football. How international football? International football, guys. You think you've got it? You think you're playing well? All of a sudden, 2-2. It's going to be tense. It's going to be tense. Guys, leaving Gezana, guys. Leaving Gezana, guys. Oh. If we lose to South Sudan, we need to retire, gents. Says Matt. I understand Gezana is having Mvala. It's not his fault. Says Agent 007. He's done so many. Wow, what's that thing you always say about Mvala, Agent? He could do 9 things great, but the 10th one. Chain is a scam, says Bongiseni. Gezana on his knees. Oh, Uncle Siam, says Tyler. Tebogo Mokwena and the Astola are scamming us and it's exposing Ungezana, says ASAP Shembe. They figured out that long balls give us trouble. Why? Because it's 2. The sixes must be handling the first ball. The person behind the camera is using it like he's never seen one. I saw Chalefang speaking about the camera. Baraki camera weke team. Hey Mara, you guys are the worst. Our defense though, he was unlucky there, guys. He was unlucky there. What did I say? It says Mo. You did say if we don't make the right things, you're attacking our players. He's been saving us. You didn't say anything. Who, me? Oh, guys, but I just said, for me, Ngezana Shem, he's been the guy that's been working. Unfortunately, Sulufelo says 4-2. Ngeka pinda shinche. There we go. Why don't we do this? 13th minute. Did you see the build-up? Why don't we do that? This Bafana team is just looking for adversity. That's all. Oh, it is 2-2. In South Sudan, take out Tebza, says Tyler. Ngezana's falling in the box, last man. Hi, Mo. Maramo. Ngezana is the problem, not Bafana material. Shelly says Tole is tired. Ngezana Puma, please, says wait, exactly my sentiments is like Vala, everything he gets blamed on him. Oh, okay, MD. So I was about to say our defense is poor. This game is too fast paced for Ngezana, says Bafana. Tole must be subbed off. What's your excuse? Is it an excuse? What's your excuse of Budawa overlapping? I don't know, Malume Kutu, but they need cover. I don't know. They need cover. If one overlaps, that's the Ekas you used to just say to each other, Nyahamba, Nyahamba. Look, watch. Morena's got the ball now, he's pushing up. Mudawu's following. Hey, Lerato, you can't probably throw the paid. Not about if maybe they'll be able to get something here. Zwan is just there, Stoll is lost. By the way, is that what's the use? I don't know. Normally when you have that type of thing, you are playing the helicopter football, you are crossing in a ball. Lyle Foster should have 10 headers right now, but Malume could accept Zeba, man. I accept Zeba. But I think as the Champions League player says Master GD. Junior says just wait for Raitoma Raifetsa to show these guys flames. And watch. If Mfukeng does make it onto the pitch, it's going to change how we attack, right? I said transition central. You'll see Tembazwane come alive. You'll see Mfukeng come alive. You'll see Apolis maybe get some places to go in behind. But if you're not going to play that thing, What has Lyle Foster done in the game? For example, what has Lyle Foster done in the game? What balls have been played directly to Lyle Foster all game long? When last time, when we watched them versus Uganda, you could see that Tembazwane and Lyle, man, they've got something. They've got something together. Oh, SABC, man. So you guys are going to lose your thing now. Oh, okay, they've lost the feed. They've lost the feed. Bahubatsa Morena. Says Lerato. Shem, the cover was supposed to be Yaya Debs and Gezana is not to be blamed there. Temilita says we're working. Please show us the game, brother. If you want to stream it, you can go onto the SABC Sports Facebook page. This game has no business. We have no business drawing this game, says Musa. PK says, I wonder how Madala thinks sometimes. Tabelek says, Ratoma and Bata can come in. Master GD is saying, we're going back to our old ways where we either draw or lose. Malume Kuto, exactly what I'm saying. One goes up and one stays. One goes up and one stays. Two going up for no reason. Because the other question we're asking is, when both of you go up and the ball is on the right-hand side, Mudi was not getting the ball anyway. Mudi was not touching that ball. Why then is he all the way up, Nai? Why is he standing with Apolis like this? And then you have Debs up there. And you have Yaya. Guys. We've got our visuals back at 45 to whatever my timer says, and you'll have the actual time. Why are we quiet on how Sailor lost that ball that led to the... Hey, look. Yaya's finally covering. Thank you. But then Bamteni Lungezana. Oh, no. Oh, thank you, Estrotev. What is this, man? I think Gezana was wrong. I'm not going to lie. Then Gezana was wrong. Don't allow your man to turn inside you. Especially when you've got cover. Don't let him turn inside. Like, here comes Mudao. Look. Not Mudao. Is that Moren? If Fukeng comes in, she will be okay because Fukeng will always change the way we attack. These guys are tall, eh? Did you see where he got that tackle from? Yeah. Why is Grant Kikana not coming in, says Bongiseni? I don't know. Move Apolis to the right and take Morena out, says Bafana. Moses, dstv is so slow. SABC is not reliable. I thought the new point. Take out Morena, bring in Fukeng, Bata in and Stola out, says Ntabeleng. Oh, Debs, it's not your day, boy. It's not your day. Stop trying to save. It's chai. Let's forget about F-Cons. It's Tulufelo. Not like that. Gezan and holding the ball long is costing us as Bafana. The Dinkas. Whether we like it or not, Mvalenke cannot defend better. PK. Over 2.5, I'm rich. Something positive on my side, says Bogiseni. Mo says we are disconnected. Bring in the Pirates 3, says Malume Kuto. Hi, Tebza is asleep. You should have passed to Matrapa Morena. Who is the weakest link in our defense? Mudao. Mudao is the weakest link. I can't blame Gezana. Mudao is the weakest link. You could even say Aubrey. But I guess it is raining, so maybe the rain is doing something there. Button Fuking now, Talente, Tito, Relay. Yes, I know the Paris 3, Bolivekuto. ASAP Shem, Tebs and Mudawa are going to struggle this season. Let's focus on FIFA World Cup. FIFA World Cup! If we can't beat a country, and no disrespect again to South Sudan, if we can't beat a country that's 169 in the world and qualify for an AFCON, what business do we have going to a World Cup? Lulu, our AFCON dream is over. Hey, guys. Faster. Pace up, pace up, pace up. I can already hear you guys telling me about it's a wet AstroTurf. Look, it's raining. Machita, let's talk about Foster. I support him, but we need to talk. Well, Tando, what do we want Foster to do? What do we want Foster to do? Do we want Foster to become a number 10? Then why pick Foster? Don't play him because he's not going to do that job. That's why I'm saying, Guti, for me, I'm struggling personally with the gel of the team. Like the gel of the team. You want to play it out from the back. You don't have players that play out from the back. Fine. You let Mudau go wide and you push him all the way up the line. Not one cross inside. He starts inverting. There's no support. You bring in Moraena, who is also maybe a right backish type player, but when they overlap, there's nobody covering. You leave Ngezana alone again twice. In the second game in a row, you leave Ngezana alone in those situations. You have Utemba Mshishizwane, who's number 10. What do we all know about Utemba? We all know that Utemba is not going to drop back and play 8. We know he's not going to drop back and play 6. He needs somebody deep down who can get the ball and play it to him. Think about Alenda, think about Mudiba inverting, think about Kutzia, right? So if you're not going to play that game, he's gone. You have Apolis, who's on the left-hand side, coming in as an 8 because he knows that we're going to play wide with Mudiba. That's fine. It's a Sundowns thing. We know also on Sundowns, Mudiba's left back, your left wing is dead. So he's dropping in. Then you have all these players playing as a bunch in the front, but there's huge gap between the front players and the back players that is not bridged by anyone. What is the... Okay, let me ask it simply in the comments. I'll ask it simply. What is our scoring tactic? What is our scoring tactic? South Sudan plays it long. Their one striker wins the first ball, plays it down for the other one in order to maybe run past him or play it back. They're attacking with 2 so that they can isolate the defenders and maybe get a free run from somebody being, Australia is injured, from somebody being occupied by the big guy and then play it through. It's a plan. Uganda came out and said, we're going to win the ball up high and we're going to take shots. That's how they were going to go and score goals in that game. Now tell me in the comments, what is the plan with Bafana Bafana? How are we meant to score? What have we seen over and over again that tells us that this is the tactic that we've chosen for today? Drop Burena, bring Fukeng. Why is the Madala not substituting? Now I want both AFCON and FIFA. Should bring on the Paris players. Everything. We can't let go of him. Guys, if you have not followed, please follow. We don't just do watch-alongs. There's a daily show that happens at 7 p.m. A nightly show happens at 7 p.m. where you can join me and we can discuss matches in depth, but also topics around what's happening. Yesterday we spoke about Utito versus Uchobo, for example. Mara, do they let the why bring Tito along if you're not going to use him? It's raining now. The field will get tricky now. Agent. He says I also don't know how we're scoring. That I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is that Mokwena? Oh, guys. Oh, really? Really getting frustrated there by the linesman. The chef is killing our passes. Cameraman doesn't want to wipe the camera, agent. He doesn't want to wipe the camera. He didn't bring, man, the wipes. 4-2 final score says Lisedi. Okay, Mfukeng has come onto the pitch. Can they turn up the volume? I just need some more pace, some more tempo, man. Do something. Apolis is out. I wouldn't have taken Apolis out, to be honest with you. But let's see. Okay, relay. So we'll come back with red palms. They don't want Tito, but Tito Abantu. Finally. Oh, guys, we finally got across. for Ulal Foster. We finally got a cross for Ulal Foster. 72 minutes into this game. That's finally when you get a cross. Hey, the weather changed, eh? Since this game is done, what's your top 3 and bottom 3 for the league? We're gonna talk about Betway, man, another time in the week, man. It's starting this week. I'm still on holiday, Master GD. I'm still on holiday. My team hasn't been playing for all this time. Please, let me relax. What happened with Bafana Bafana that won the medal? Why changing the squad? Can I make a case here? You know what the problem is? I don't know if you guys will like me saying this. I hear Chain. I hear Chain and Williams not being there. I get it. I hear Bokekana. Are we gonna apologize to Evidence Mahopa anytime soon? Especially Kobafana. We're gonna apologize to him and say, Yazini, we didn't know your game, man. We didn't know your game. Malume Kutso, please don't get on me, please. Akati, what did Tito do to Matala? Oh, Rabawane, you can go on to sabcsports.com on your phone. You can go on to SABC Sports Facebook page on your phone. It's free. You can watch it there. It is available, the game. But the cameraman is selfish. I thought we scored. Aye, man. Oh, AstroTurf. Yasidla Rwanda. Like, we forced Bruce to select Paris players. He doesn't want to give them enough game time. When he did that for Chiefs, when he did that with the Chiefs and Bomodi and those guys were making it in because of noise. Oh, well, we don't need Mahopa. Okay. Apologize, but okay. Those of us who can't see are in trouble now. Mahopa makes this game tick, man. He wins those second balls. Long balls to Mahopa and he puts it down. Nazo, take the shot, boy. He was winding up for the shot. 75 minutes in, it is 2-2. And it has started raining on the AstroTurf, which is going to make it an interesting game. But let's see what they can do with this. Hey, really? Holding on the ball too much. Yo, look at Lyle having to come back and play a different football. Yo. No excuses. Sudanese keeper is a semi-pro in Australia. Yo, the semi-pro. I didn't know that. He's a semi-pro. Yes. Oh, he's a part-timer. They're using the phone to film the game and they're not wiping the camera. Ay, it's a fellow.
Ziyakhala and ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't do off. I no couldn't do off. I ziyakhala ke manje.
Semi-pro agent.
Ziyakhala ke manje.
Rele will win CAF for Pirates, says Malume Kuzo. Okay, let's see. There's still time though. I can't even say too much. There's still time. Nazo, second ball. Second ball. Goal is coming. Cameraman is not make sure. He tried to wipe it. I think he tried to wipe it. Guys. Ashe mabeko serious la Bafana. Sezuzi. Sudan. Titegile ama short passes. Mara lawo short pass ayenzani. I was asking the question, you know, when we play these games, yes, you've got short passes and you're doing all that nice stuff and you're holding the ball and possession looks a certain way and you're completing passes. But what is it helping? Look, we're holding the ball too much now. See, this is the type of the game now. I wanted to see Zwane be sub for Tito. There we go. There we go. Huh? To who? For what? I wanted to see Tito and Zwane and Foster. Oh, Mokwena. These Sudanese fans have been jumping the whole day. Amajita Katadi. They were helped by the rain, man. Yashisa. Ingunimvula all of a sudden. The FIFA Club World Cup makes Champions League more important to win than the league. I guess. But if we haven't won the league for a while, you know what? I'm going to open for the last few minutes. Let me open. Guys, request time. I want to hear from you guys for the last 2 minutes. For the last 12 minutes. We've probably got 17 minutes left of this game. Is Foster on the field? He's there, Velile. Matthew.
Sure.
Do we have a chance here, man?
Yeah, no, I think we don't need Mokwena. Apollos was still doing quite well, and I think, we somehow going to be forced to celebrate this win. And this is not one of the wins that we're supposed to celebrate. We could have just buried this game first half, and I don't know with the coach, why doesn't he play Utito? This artificial grass is really dealing with us. So, but we're still gonna score, but we don't have to play like this. Bruce is very slow for us, and he needs to do something. We don't need Mokwena in this game. Apollos and Urile were very good. We're gonna make a good combination. Thank you.
Well, what do you think? What do you think is the problem for BAFANA BAFANA right now, that we're struggling to get that third goal?
Well, with getting the third goal, I think it was just the tempo of the game. We're very slow trying to build from the back, and the artificial grass is really costing us. So had we played long balls, Frost like getting the balls and stuff, something was going to really come up. So, but I still believe we're still going to win this game.
Okay. Let me go to Mo. Mo, we've got about 15 minutes left of this game. How do you feel about it?
Do you remember my words earlier? What did I say?
No, you said 3-2 either way, again.
I said it, not the itro or 3-2 either way. And you were like, no, everyone looked at me like I was crazy. And I said it. The only problem here.
Yeah, what's going wrong? Mo, what's going wrong here?
You know what's funny? It's the fact that everyone is looking at just one player. They're not looking at everyone else, whether they complement each other as a whole. You know?
Yeah.
If we look at Ngezana alone in this game, with all the mistakes he's made, you forget to look at where did they get the ball?
Yeah.
Where was the ball lost? Why was there no cover before it actually got to Ngezana? We have two holding midfielders. Why is it so easy for them to move on and get to the back? Why is our striker not touching the ball at least once every 5 minutes? Why is our playmaker not getting the ball, but our wingback is at the front? What is our wingback doing there when the playmaker does not have the ball?
Who is our playmaker? Who has been the primary playmaker this game?
No one. That's the worst part. Like, there's been nothing. Like, ogare ba collectane ba o gona bolo boswaka. Are sure go gona bolo. But are vibe boswaka. Ba vibe botle. But are rodal. That's what's happening. Look coach for sure and ba mo grade da arobitse ba emecho mitsoa or coach da, cuz you can't tell me if everyone right now and they just moved around and they said who's the striker. You'd be lying if you'd point Foster. You'd think Ogoti, maybe one of our wingbacks is the striker because they're always at the front.
Yeah.
But defender? Are they defending? No, no one is doing what they should be doing. That's why we're losing. That's why we're not even doing anything. It feels like, no, these players are not good. No, everyone is actually good. To play at the level they are playing at, you need to be decent. So it's not the player's fault. It's just everyone doesn't want to play their role now. It's like everyone just wants to be on the ball, and it doesn't work like that. We need people to stick, track back. Like, you've got to look at it now. Now I'm watching the game. Look at it. Why is our wing back there competing with a winger? Why?
Well, for time's sake, let me bring you to Sinje. Hey, Marubo, let me bring you to Sinje. Here we go. Ah, Sinje. Chuchu, we've got about 13 minutes left.
Yes. Alala, another draw, another Bruce, another draw, another duola. Sambeso mabona. Bruce Mantroa. Bruce, the king of draws. The Bruce, the top coach of draws.
What's going wrong here?
Hey, I'm not laughing, Joe. I'm not laughing, my friend. Okay. Very interesting game. Very interesting. I see that we are quiet with senior players that have been part and parcel of this particular setup, Bruce, that have not come to the party in these past two games. It's really disappointing. In particular, these guys that he has put trust, defended, and stood up for, they are not showing up. People are saying that maybe Bafana Bafana left with the chameleon, but hey, I don't see the chameleon doing the chameleon there in Morocco. But anyway, we are not there. One of the problems that I think we are going to face, in particular playing with pacier countries, is that we are going to have a problem.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing that we saw when we were playing with that country that's got beautiful women that I want to take a vacation there, Cape Verde, is that some of those countries that have very pacey forwards, we are going to be caught napping all the time.
Yeah.
We need to have a plan to deal. Hi, China. Hey, that's a nice save.
That tall man, that tall guy. I don't know his name, Marai.
Hey. But yeah, man, I'm not surprised. Bruce, this is what Bruce does. He draws. He plays draws. Yeah.
So then tell me, Sinje, is it a case of playing versus teams that have pace, or is it a case of playing against teams that are direct? Because
and also, for me, it's a case of lack of versatility within our defensive structure. You know, and we saw this in AFCON, and we pointed this out in AFCON. And seemingly we have not fixed it. I thought maybe by getting Abongezana in, he was trying to fix it. But you also need to have a center pairing that you trust other than Usitole no Mokwena.
Okay.
Maybe that's when we will see maybe Abo Blom come back to the Bafana Bafana squad, because you need a proper six. You need a proper six, a person that is going to play a six for you. You need that. You cannot run away with this modern football of having two pivots that no one knows what to do when and how. You need a number six, a player that can fall back, help your defenders, drift left, drift right. He was comfortable with his both feet. Usitole can't kick with his left foot. I've just watched him. He has to put the ball on the right-hand side for him to make a pass. You can't have a six that cannot kick with both of their both left and right. You are creating a huge mess for yourself. And Tabza as well is not comfortable both feet. He can only kick with one feet. One trick pony, train with one light.
Okay, Mara CJ. Okay, no, I'm gonna say something, but I'm not gonna come back to CJ. No, Mara CJ. At no point at Sundowns is Tabza playing the ball like that. I think that's what. Whenever we speak about Tabza, at no point is the responsibility on Tabza to play the ball. So if you've got two guys who don't have responsibility to play the ball, I don't know what Tole plays where he plays, but it doesn't seem like he's comfortable like that. What are we asking for? Especially if those guys, instead of just letting them be bodyguards for the defense, you're pushing them up into attack as well. It's interesting. I don't understand.
It's not what we are asking them, Mr. OT. It's what the game is asking of them.
No,
that's
but
what
I understand
the setup of the game. The setup of the game is asking for either one of them must be the protective shield to the two center backs. Whether if you don't have a player of that, then it means that you as a coach, you have to look at your selection.
Exactly.
You have to anticipate such things. You have to anticipate such things and look at the quality. Yeah, but anyway, let's watch this draw go on and see what's going to happen.
Guys, we've got
the rain has stopped. But
hey, these tall guys, they just put in
another
these tall
draw,
guys.
another Bruce, another dollar.
Let me ask Tyler. Tyler, we've got around 8 minutes with added time. Let's say around 8 minutes. Another throw, another dollar. What do you think, Tyler?
No, man. I think I did say, Uguti, if you don't put tabs out, because first of all, he lost the ball in the middle of the park and he caused the goal. And he's been not been performing with tabs since the season has started. Ngezana. In your 80th minute, almost caused a goal.
Yeah.
He almost cost a goal. They're gonna draw. These guys now are puffed. They are puffed up now. They are marking. They are fighting for every ball. So they're not gonna score at all. And this thing of Bruce favoring players over other players is gonna kill him. Why is he putting Mokwena here? Why? Why?
Okay.
Because those guys are playing well. So yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Okay. All I'm hearing in my head before I let Mfundo in is Wetito. Don't sit back. If South Sudan wants to win this game, they mustn't sit back. Anyway, Mfundo.
Sure, what was it?
Hey, Mfundo, man. Another day, another throw.
Ngishi lukala aseza maningi.
Aseza
maningi.
Nazo. Kwenzakalani kule game Mfundo? Uboneni kule game?
Beside the game, like ukuhamba kwa Rulani kwi Sundowns should open many people's eyes. Like there's a lot of things that we're going to see in South Africa, even though Hugo doesn't like Rulani, but he was able to build the Bafana, the strategy sa Rulani. Check out these guys are playing right now. Check out these guys are playing. Check out the back four yakho ukuthi njani. Check your back four. Omdawu sebe aggressive ngendlela ongayiboni. Ungezane lamdlula ibhola esadlala kwi-Chiefs. Waya phesheya wayoyizamela kwayifanele wabuya kuyafana. Still usafaka ungezana.
Yeah.
Futhi goalkeeper abawes ukipa lo next week omunye unama mistake akhe, next week uzofaka omunye nomunye naba ama mistake akhe. In South Africa, like there's a lot of politics that is going on that is killing football. 1, 2, ukamba kwa Rulane, it's killed ibhola lase South Africa kakhulu. We can say whatever we want to say. Philosophy ka Rulane beyisebenza squadini. Williams was able to maintain itempo ye-game, abuyisa itempo abantu bakhona ukudlala kahle. You understand? These guys abavimbayo, they are not able to do that. Because i-game ayisikanje kudingeka umuntu who's been there to calm the game down. Abatshela ukuthi bathi adlaleni ibhola sicreate ama-chances. uShayina uzenzele kwakhe, ongezane bazenzele kwabo, omdawu bazenzele kwabo, omkwena bazenzele kwabo, ucoach ukhipha umuntu okorayo. Maningi ama-mistake enzakalayo, maningi yabo. So the guy is confused. First of all, the guy is confused yabo. Let me answer someone ungibuza ukuthi uRulani ungena kanjani esquadini. Go and check philosophy ka Rulani kwi-back 4 yakhe, kwi-back 5 yakhe. Goalkeeper, then kwenzakalani. Those guys were able ukuthi badlale ibhola babe right because they understand each other. Bayakwazi ukuvalelana ikhala ungezane nomdawo wakwayibona i-combination yakhona ehambe yaphambili.
Okay. For isikhathi mfundo. For isikhathi, I'm gonna let you say one last thing for isikhathi.
Kuningi okusazokwenzeka. Kuningi. Sazodliwa. Induku isazongena esikwatini.
Let me go to Montana. Montana.
Mr. OT, how's it, my brother?
Yeah, man, mina ngibukela i-draw lana bekimnandi then bangibukelisa i-match at 3 o'clock, man. Ngibukela i-draw. How do you feel about this game, my brother?
I think we as a South Africans, it's been happening with panic. We have this panic button. I don't know. Mr. OT, I think the game was won by the mistakes. The mistake that if you're gonna make mistake at international level, you're gonna be punished. Coming back to Bramfondo, as a national team, you can't depend on a certain club. If the certain coach is not there, the country must suffer. I don't agree. Mr. Bros is professional enough to do his job without being without interference of another coach. Let's put that in bed. Moving forward, I think the game was lost in the middle of the park. Our midfielders are not on form. I will start with Tebogo. Ever since he signed his new contract, even at Sundowns.
Who was that? Sorry, Montana, man. Scorile.
I can see.
Oh.
Bata
again. Bata again. Ha. Okay, guys, sorry about that, Montana. I'm going to let you finish just now. Guys, 3-2. We have scored again, Mbata. Mbata again in the 90th minute comes in and scores. Hi, guys. Whatever they gave him, Orlando, we are South Sudan. Montana, sorry about that. You can continue.
I would say Tebogo has not been in form lately. Ever since there was a drama with him not signing a new contract at Sundowns, going overseas. Ever since that drama, he was not the same. But I think that the coach is sticking with his guns with the players that play at AFCON.
Okay.
And is trying some new guys like Ngezane. Ngezane is new in the national team, as we know, and he performed from his last match.
Okay.
But now I saw the fans are bashing him that you're not gonna be on your A game every day, and if you are a coach, you're gonna change every player that is off form, especially in national level. You're gonna suffer. That chopping and changing, because next week another player is gonna be on form on his team, and you're gonna say, why don't we call him? It doesn't happen like that on national team. You need a staple team and your staple reserve.
Okay,
that's my take so far.
No.
Yes.
Thank you, Montana. Let me let Lerato in. Lerato, saved by the fans, saved by the Mbata. Lerato. We seem to have lost Lerato. Theo. Hey, but guys, can you hear me there in the comments? Please, can you tell me if you can hear me? Okay, this is what I'm going to do, guys. What I'm going to do, I'm gonna let everybody come in, but guys, you strictly have a minute, please. We'll discuss this game properly. This 3 o'clock time is a very awkward time, so I'm gonna give you strictly 3 minutes. Let's have tell me what you think about what you saw, and then we'll go from there. If I can just find my time. Okay, full time 3-2. Bafana Bafana has somehow clawed back something, man. Theo no Lelato man, they're asleep, man. Okay, guys, everybody coming in. You have a minute, please. You have a minute. I'm gonna try fit in as many people here because I can't stay too long.
No, that's rulani wenzani. Not until the fat lady sings.
Yeah.
Not until the fat lady sings. I'm a talent we find, Mr. OT. Abanye banetalente lokusiminyela njengabo CJ. Abanye banetalente lekora nge-94th minute. Ama-talent awefani. Siyabonga Mr. OT. Ngizokubona ngo-7 angithi.
Hayi, ngikutla usani.
Sure. All right, Kawona Kosa.
Matthew, you've got a minute, my brother. Tell me. 3-2.
Mr. OT, well, it's really a sigh of a relief that we won. Yeah, but the coach, we just need the consistency, man, and we need to be more clinical and finish. We are not lethal, you know. We really miss Umuhopa, you know, and well, Frostla is doing quite well. I think he's okay there, but we just need the consistency. The whole thing of chopping and changing, moving with feelings and all of that is not going to work. But at the same time, we also need to introduce Utito. I don't know how coach is going to do it, but he really needs to. And Ngezana, I really don't have a problem with Ngezana. You know, I think he must be given a fair chance to play. Thank you.
Okay. Mo, you've got a minute.
I was right. That's all I wanted to say. You know, I was right.
You can't say you were right. Come multiple choice.
No, Mara, wrong man.
We say it's either 2-2 or 3-2 either way. I know it.
Hey, that's the best analysis, because I was like, the reason I can't stick to one is because of tactics. And I was like, if the tactics were right, that's all I needed to say. I was right, and you know I was right.
When I win, come. I see multi-bet, Mon. I see multi-bet. Yeah,
no, Mara, honestly.
Very tricky.
Honestly, but no, I feel like just because ngezana performer art abeyang adlala UEFA batho badlala MTN8 le bakene whoever odlala UEFA basakene. No guys, give ngezana a proper chance around the proper setup. Everyone will be praising him. If things went well today,
yeah,
I think people are gonna praise him more. It's just that now they're hating just because of the person already defended him on my kid. But again, the DM at the mark.
Okay, 1 minute is up. But 1 minute is up. Oh, let me go to Papa Seho. Papa Seho, you've got a minute. Tell me, how did you feel about this game?
OT, now all I want to say is that I've been positive ever since, my brother. Even when we were drawing, I said we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
And everybody said draw. I said we're going to win this game. Even the last 3 minutes, when I said we're going to win this game. We need to rally behind these guys, bro. We need to be positive. I understand that our defense was found wanting, but you could tell the guys in front, they were trying, my brother. So we need to be positive. I mean, I could see that they were challenging so there was a clear chance that we could win this game. So all I'm saying is that we need to be positive and rally behind our boys.
Okay, no. Papa Seho, thank you so much. Let me go to Usbo. Usbo, you've got a minute. Tell me, what did you feel about this game?
Sure, Bafit. I'm happy, guys. I don't want to lie. I can't complain. I'm happy. But other than that, we thank Coach Tangam Keep who's won it today. I'm here at my game because Zwane always make it different. Then the boy we left back, center back, who thought I'm happy with the boy. I've seen he's comfortable with the ball, he's winning the balls. And then lastly, I think CAF must get
boss, before you go to lastly, kambe uDot udlalelani?
team enkulu Kaizer Chiefs. So the team enkulu Kaizer Chiefs. Then lastly, I think CAF must select abantu abazocheck ama-pitch before a national team goes and play. We can't be playing on artificial grass, guys. At this current moment, I think we can't be behind like that. But with everything today, I'm happy. Based on the filters that it's raining, guys, they keep on coming. If you complain now, I don't know what you want as a country of it.
Okay. Ausintabi, unalim tutunyana 1 minute. Tell me, Ausintabi, what is one game? Oh, Ausintabi. Oh, there we go. Look at Ausintabi.
Ai re thabile fela ha re bona go win teng la ne se ka ra give up a loser hope mara he win ke le high is better.
Ba etseng Ausintabi, ba etseng ho ya pele man. Re batla ho bona ba winner, ba ska winner ka di last minute every day.
Ha go ra ke ba bapale ko re fair game fela ke ba re bontsha fela hore ba ke ba lead bo mafone le mola re bona ga mona game ke ya rona ke re be happy re kotle di fuba no re thaba 2 minutes o so itshwere sefuba so re ba ikhwala o modimo be re tla feta ai
Okay,
ba re bapalle hantle ba re korele re kgonne go ba le tshepo ya gore today ra tseba gore ra feta re tloele o dula ntse re beile matsoho dihlogong re dula re mentse fela a se bophelo bo never.
Thank you, Ausintabi. I just want to say, guys, please follow. If you have not followed, please click that follow button. Guys, just as an update, we are now tied. The top 2 teams is Uganda, who have beaten the Congo, and we are now number 2 with our 3-2 there result today. So we are number 1 and number 2. Uganda's number 1, we are number 2 in our group K. Top 2 qualify for AFCON 2025 in Morocco. Agent 3-2, right at the end.
Yeah, no, I just need 30 seconds of this time. What happened? Did we win?
We won. 3-2. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't matter. Is it still the same 3 points if it scored 6 goals?
Same 3 points.
Is it the same?
Same 3 points.
So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. How it happens doesn't matter. Some people forget that there was a certain team which was yellow, the best team in South Africa, was winning last minutes, drawing last minutes. And people remember that as the greatest thing ever since sliced bread. But some of us, we are there, we are like, guys, so please leave Bruce alone. When was the last time you qualified to CAF before Bruce in charge?
Yeah, to AFCON.
So now, at AFCON, now we're going to do it back to back, and we're going to qualify for the World Cup back to back if it wasn't for Ghana. And so, yeah, guys, criticize all you want. The fact is, he's bringing results. That's what that matters at the end of the day. So, yeah,
One more question, Agent. Yeah. 2 questions, actually. That yellow team, man, where is the coach right now that was coaching that thing, number 1? And then number 2, what's going on there, Orlando, man? What did they give to Stellenbosch that they took to South Sudan and to Uganda?
No, I think he's possessed. I think maybe he went something from who. But Pirates has been ironically they win last minute. They're a team that likes last minute. So I'm not surprised that is that players that always win games in the last minutes. With regards to the yellow team, quickly, the thing is, I questioned this at the very get-go that yes, you guys are praising them for downing tools at Sundowns, cool, sharp. But what happens when they come to the national team? Can they switch it on again? That's why maybe for me, I expected that this squad will be carried forward just for this period by Paris players because they're under ascendancy. They're not downing tools and doing whatever. But anyways, the fact is we have won. I don't care.
Let me go to Prati. Prati. Prati, team ya re tshwarisa dipelo man. Prati o teng. Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to Prati. Guys, please mute when you come in. Let me go to Ulu, the boss lady. Finally, you jump on. Finally, you jump on when you win carry last minute.
Kitlaring, Batu, Kitlaring.
What do you think about last minute save, Joe?
Mudala utlor bulaka bill. Wait. All I can say is I'm happy we won. How I don't care. As long as Renali 3 points, it's okay.
Okay. Whether you win by last goal or you win by
what does that matter?
It's okay.
That matter, man.
Win is a win. Win is a win.
No, thank you, Lulu. Theo, come wheel.
Okay.
Let me see, Theo.
Mato, yo, kunini? Kunini? Ziyakhala.
Hayi man, cele yekela imobisele man ngadlala. Theo, tell me we wanna njani le game?
Angeke, akudlalwa. Sorry uthi. Kudlalwa ngathi la.
Yeah.
But in this instance, do we say it's a dog show? No, it was a dog show.
Visual grass at visual planga. Angeke. To try and be brief in the OT. Can you hear me, OT?
Yeah, I can't, but just carry on. We'll see if we can keep it up.
Amen.
Theo. Okay. Let me go to Jacaranda. We'll bring back with Theo. Theo, you must jump back on. It seems like there's something wrong. Let me go to Jacaranda. Jacaranda. Welcome. Tell me, you've got a minute. What did you think of this game?
Hey, I'm just happy that we won. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, can you turn down the volume in the back? Guys, can you turn down the volume in the back? You guys want to get me banned by SABC? Jacaranda, I think it's a little bit better. Just repeat what you're saying there.
I'm just happy that we won.
Yeah.
Even that we did not play our best football, but at least we won. I see Bajaba Pirate Ayachabula. Ayachabula Pirate.
Yeah.
But they're gonna speak today. Good time. I remember, of course, we said those players are the ones. Now, but yeah, Mr. Oti, I'm just happy we won. I'm just happy. I think we are left with one game, ne?
I believe so. I'll just have to check. Yeah. But yeah, we're left with one game versus Congo.
Yeah, but I think Umbata proved himself today. I think maybe if we can start him in the next game, if we can start him, maybe we'll see how he's gonna do. You know, if that's the game. Guys, let's give Tito. What's happening now? They don't want to give Tito a chance.
Yes, we nange Tito, man. Jacaranda, thank you. I'm giving everybody a minute. Let me go to CPU. You've got a minute. Tell me, what did you feel about this game?
Baba OT, ufila kanjani wena? Njengoba mangijoyina ibhakabhaka bongilaha. Wangilaha wena mangithi ngibhakani elisha.
Hey. Khona Chiefs lapha ebackline.
Asikhulume ngale ndoda yama 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Just nje ngale 6 minutes it makes a huge difference, man. I think there's no better time to really be proud and be celebrating Umbatha and what he's doing. I think Umdala, man, somehow I was participating inhliziyo, guys. I was participating inhliziyo. Yeah. For some, I think if we continue playing this way, it doesn't really look nice. But for today, I'm happy it's a win. But we need to find a way where we don't really have to score on my last minutes. But nonetheless, there's no better time to be Pagani. Amasanga savuliwe OT. You still have a few days. Amasanga savuliwe.
Wena we spice it. Wena ngiyakwazi we spice it. Sela usilandele whatever bayenza lapha Pirates wilethe naturena. Sikuthumile siphiwe.
Hayi ngiyabona. Sharp.
Thank you.
Sure.
Let me go to Sugar Spice. Sugar Spice, welcome to the show. How are you?
Mntana sekhaya kunjani?
Hayi man, mina ngijabulile. Wona i-country my win ngiyajabula.
Mamela. No, yabona mfowethu, I was really impressed by ilo khoza ubani lo uDodli.
Yeah.
Abona mfuna ukutshela manga in I don't know in how many years i-Chiefs igcina ukusayina umuntu ocomfortable kanje. More especially considering that udlala ngo left. You'll hardly find a center back adlala ngo left. The last person beka comfortable odlala ngo left unaskimento.
Yeah.
That is coming on my mind.
Yeah.
Truly speaking, what a signing from Chiefs, even though Ngezane didn't play that well today, but Leandona was really, really impressed. So I think it's high time for coach ukuthi manje you need to start ngombatha because lento ukuthi kunenye out ekhulume something la ukuthi umadala uzosimisa ngenhliziyo hayi uzosimisa ngenhliziyo. But truly speaking, I was really impressed nalama substitution wakhe awayenzile Mfukeng Mbatha noMukwane. I think they did try to ukuthi balokhuze balethe enye dimension yabona, more especially ku final third. But other than that, I was really the standout player for me today uDodli.
Okay. He's gonna stand out in a churena. Simpete manje. Let me bring in Bakang. Bakang, welcome to the show. How are you?
Amatalente awafani.
Awafani
amatalente. Hayi awafani. Uyabona ukuthi abafana bePirates man, they have this Real Madrid spirit yama last minute. Yabo. Asanga rona ga Spain mahala. No man, we adapt. No moya lo Real Madrid ukuthi yes, last minute we gone. Mara all in all manifesta fangibukelanga bengisescale ngishaya iMidfield mara ya. Kibonise khona I think I would say game management, we 2-1 up, guys. Let's control the ball. We have good players. We have Zwane, we have Sithole, we have Mokwena. We can control the ball. Basically, Siambeni and go and score a goal. And one thing I've seen again, okay, I like to give credit to our police, 2 goals. Nice for him, well done, boy. But second half, not on. And I think I'm a strong substitution of Hugo. It's always Umbatha or Mokwena. When every time Mokwena comes on, he does something. He had a shot, bam saver, and then he had a chance whereby I felt like if Baral Kevile, he could have scored. So Bunisa Guti, I think when he says, okay, then go and finish the game, Ufara Mokwena, that's boy, Hamburg, the game there, which is, I think, very, I'm a strong substitutions work. Yeah, Mfukeng, when he comes on, like, Billy Bonagale, which has in mind, that's from Gora. But when I hear about the substitution work, sometimes I feel like they're a bit too late. He wants Uti Kalasidliwe or Shake in order for him to do substitutions. Yabona Uti we 2-1 up, tell the boys control the game, introduce Mfukeng Ahly, Sambin to treat the game grand. Ongafunu Uti sibe under pressure manches Lalamanga, how to dance or these people are tall. How say
they track us up.
These people are tall.
Yeah. Bokag, I'm just gonna have to ask you to close it off there for time's sake. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem.
Guys, we're gonna speak about this. We're gonna speak about this properly tomorrow. Let me go to Maronza. Maronza, nibaniganda bafana. Mina ngiyakwazi khona something lapha center line Orlando obanikaze bona yona ukuthi bafike lapha eSouth Sudan. Yini lento banikeza yona mara Maronza nathi sayicela man.
Good afternoon to you, OT, and the viewers. We are trying to fix South African football. Yezwa lento sizamkulungisa ibhola lasemzansi singamabhakaniya. Yazi thini we-OT? Ngithi kuwe thatha lento ayinabungozi, ungawari. Ithathe lento. thatha la badge le emnyama mfowethu ibeke esifubeni mfowethu ayinabungozi.
Contract yami tikhosi for life.
There's players that you praise, and after praising, and then the next game they change to be something else. I'm stopping to be like all the time. I remember one day you were playing against Sundowns. The weekend before, it was so brilliant. The following week, it changed to be something else. So I feel his one game wonder is only when this game is hot, the next game is cold. That is the I don't know if he can get it right. He's one of the best defenders that South African have. He can be the best defender in SA. So that is the only problem that I'm having with Ngezane. But when you look at the game, Oti, there is something that is happening in the bench.
Yeah.
Sometimes, man, we don't have to wait for 80 minutes or 70 minutes to make changes.
Yeah.
We go to half time, the penalty was scored 1-1 and all those things, or 2-2, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you come back, make changes. We want to win this. You understand me? And the other thing, why but Crema, like sometimes it seems like by our Crema and Masap, it's like Fosla, that guy for 90 something minutes. Come on, man. If Begafagure Renas within the last 25 minutes, you understand me? Then you have three players which are too fast at the front and all that. And then Abu Lintuzan, Abu Linzan Balubadala 1-2 behind the defenders. We basically see winning like game Dala. You understand me? So I think cream work sometimes is happening like in general. I don't like it. But anyway, it's not a good win, but we'll take it. You understand me?
Okay.
But that is the problem that I'm having with the bench for now when it comes to SAP and how they play. But Tatan Lento Bafit. Tatan Lento Bafit, I never goes Bafit Nyancela. Nitaten Sasemaj, Sacala next week. It Chiefs Yadliwa next week. Le Plumfontaine 3 points Gababuina. Nyabong Fitch. Bye bye.
No, thank you, Maronza. Let me go to Prati.
Hey, bro.
Really win 3 points again. Le high can paga right, ma.
Ke thabile ke kopa go araba o ntse tswa mo pele ga ka 1 second ra o tore re tsale ke rena ma Pirates ke qetile ke itumetse man bra o thi ke itumetse me mole re ba ke re go ke dipelo
Prati. No, go.
re ba ke re go ke dipelo man Bruce go nka nako go change and le ke nagana gore ba re ke right side ya rona forward ina le mathata nyana man tshwanetse a lokisa bana ha right side ya rona ne function ya ka left side ya ka ba re ke motho a re file di goal ba re ke Apollos le ka mo re na le balance nyana ke nagana gore team e ka be re shapile bo ma 5-2 holo ya yona no sena sepe mole ne team game e swap even though ne ba le ba ga ka re ba thatanyana mme ai and le CAF tshwanetse le be le dwetse tsa gore re tshamekele mo di stadium tse di tshwana le tse di AstroTurf ya ba re faila go bua nnete that's why standard sa CAF se le go tlase so ba re faila bra uthi mara ke tsela pele go itumela Hugo Bruce ene go bua nnete go ro tshameka yang di result tsone wa re difa a re bue nnete ke ene ke na le confidence ga gore a go qualify for Morocco. Thank you bro.
Okay, no, thank you Prati. Guys, okay, so basically right, you can play on AstroTurf that you're not used to.
Who cares?
You can have to come from behind and have to play some different football where it doesn't work.
Who cares?
You can go to have 2 games where you don't look good, where people are all over the place, where your 2 sixes are not understanding each other.
Who cares?
And you can still win the game because at the end of the day, everything that you've done, in South Sudan, they couldn't finish off the game, and as badly as we played.
What does that matter?
Anyway, okay. No. To be honest, look, it wasn't a classic Bafana Bafana win. It wasn't a dominating win. I think there are a couple of holes that we saw in Bafana Bafana in this game that were exposed a little bit by Uganda as well. I think our centre-back pairing needs a little bit of work in terms of them being comfortable on the ball. But the biggest problem with our centre-back pairing is that on the left and right-hand side, left and right back, you can't leave them alone. So one of the things we need to fix is that you cannot have Mudiba and Mudau push all the way up the pitch and leave these guys to have to fight for themselves. If we move up a little bit in the twin sixes, you cannot have twin sixes that both are also going up. You cannot have twin sixes that are not covering. Because what we saw today was Ungezana having to run out to the side and having to run out to go cover people. And that was putting him in a tough situation because he's not that fast. And now Mudau's gone. And instead of Mudau leaving and Morena coming back to cover him, or Mudau leaving and having one of the two, either Ustole, either Mokwena, go out to the side to go cover him, or go to the center to make it a 3, then you're going to have problems with teams that are going to catch you out. What I fear, guys, today is that on Friday we played Uganda. Today we played a team that's 169th in the world, is South Sudan. And if they're giving us problems, there's going to come times where we're going to be caught out. I think we also need to figure out what we want to do when we are attacking and playing. We have to figure out how we're going to play. If you're not going to play up the middle and you're going to go up wide, why are you going up wide? I didn't see one cross up until the last minutes where we saw Foster maybe get his head on something. So what is the point of going wide if you're not going to play it back in? You know, the way that we play is killing some of the players. Tembazwan is out of the game because the ball doesn't get to him. The ball doesn't get up front because we take so long trying to build it from the back and do these funny things at the back where we know we don't have the players to do that. And the reason why I spoke about Makgopa is that previously, how Hugo Bruce got around that problem was that he'd send a long ball to Makgopa, who would put it down, and now we're in the final third and we're playing. But if we don't have those type of players, we need to figure out how to play. And we need to start playing these players to their strengths. Tebza is not a playmaker in the middle. He's not a guy that traps the ball and pushes up. He's not that person. Yaya Stole is also not that guy. Those two are physical. So now you need to figure out a way to have someone who can connect the defense and the attack. You need to have somebody who can get the ball, man, and play it up so that we can actually play some football and you can see Abozwani shine. You saw how it changed in the second half where we started putting the ball together, playing it amongst ourselves, getting those touches, getting those combinations. Why? Not because we were playing so well, but it's because South Sudan decided to sit back and we started getting that space. Something we need to look at is trying to create those spaces for ourselves in the final third. Or else we're going to watch Abozwani not be effective. We're going to watch Abomdau run up the pitch and not do anything with the ball. He runs all the way to the corner and doesn't do anything. We're going to watch Abomurena running around like headless chickens because Mudau's taking your space. You're not coming back to cover him. And now there's congestion. Kono Mudau, Kono Foster, Kono Zwane, Kono Apolis. There's also Tebza who somehow finds his way in there. And there's no communication to say, what are we meant to do here? What's also interesting is that we're going to find, going forward, teams that are going to pressurize us. The only difference today is that we're playing teams that maybe don't have the quality to finish off what they're doing. But the fact that we can go one-on-one with Abongezana for a very long time, the fact that they can bypass our midfield as 169th ranked South Sudan, no disrespect to them. As a keeper, they have a keeper, for example, who's playing semi-professional football in Australia, apparently, according to the comments. So if those guys can break us down so easily, what happens? And then number two, can we please find a plan B? I told you guys when Umfuken came onto the pitch that it was going to start changing because now you have players who are confident on the ball. Now you have players who can play a little bit higher on the pitch, who can actually put the ball down and play it. Apolis is looking to run all the time. So maybe we need to start blooding those guys in and saying, okay, but you've done well now for 2 games. Let's give you a little bit more time. Mpukeng, you've done well for 2 games. Let's give you a little bit more time the next time. Let's make sure that we have B players, next players, the succession. Because one of my worries about BAFANA BAFANA is that if Mokwena is not feeling well and Yaya Stol is not feeling well, who are the people that can come in to replace them? If Lyle Foster is not scoring, who can come in to take his spot? If Mudau, the guys that we look at mostly, if Uzwane is having an off day, who can come in and change that game? We need to start looking into those things with BAFANA BAFANA, because now it's showing that we need to vary our game. We cannot play both ways, both games. We play 2 games with the same mistakes, and that's going to hurt us in the future. But what's great is that there's a fight in this team. What's great is that this team, man, coming back to 2-2, winning games 3-2, knowing when to fight, right? When you need to fight is very important. And I think they've shown us that. I think Ungezana, if I can speak about Ngezana Takums, I think today Ungezana was possibly our most overworked defender. If you guys were not noticing, Ungezana was left alone a lot. The goal that the penalty comes from him having to go cover on the left-hand side, Utotli, who was gone. The tough places come from him having to go cover the right-hand side when Umuda was gone and there's nobody in front of him to support. So you see how, yes, he might have made a mistake. Yes, he slipped. But for most of that game, he's part of the reason why we didn't concede more. So let's not be too harsh on these players all the time. I believe we have a great squad. I believe we have a lot of good players. Can we just play them in the right positions, give them the right roles, and also make sure that those guys sitting on the bench, maybe this could have been Tito's game. You know, so let's focus on those things. Last one, Mudau and Morena is not working. Same with Mudau and Mokwan. And I think fundamentally it's because the winger doesn't know what to do when the wing back joins him. The winger doesn't know what to do when that space is closed. So when Umra was pushing up and closes the space, we saw Mokwana was lost. I thought that Morena, having some defensive capabilities, some defensive abilities, would have covered Umudao. But now he was playing forward. Sonke were playing forward. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have this conversation probably tomorrow. We'll break it down probably tomorrow at 7 p.m. For those who are watching for the first time, the normal show is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. That is when we discuss and review games and do all of that stuff in depth for 2 hours. And then, of course, we also talk about things like yesterday we spoke about Uchomo and we spoke about Utito. If you want to watch any of those episodes, they are available in full on YouTube. So Overthinking Football Show on YouTube. So if you have not followed, please follow. There's a WhatsApp group that we're going to be speaking about a lot about these things 24/7. That's also available. Link in my bio, link in my profile. Click on the community membership tab, I think it is, and then I can let you into the WhatsApp group and we can have conversations. If you're watching on YouTube, just click on join. Guys, I also release content every day, so please support. Thank you so much to Mtwagazi. Thank you to Papa Tejo, Lebzas Kosana, Bingopek, Doggies, Dogotela, and Malume Kuzo for the gifts on that side. Thank you to everybody that jumped on the panels. Thank you to everybody that commented. Thank you to those that were here with me the whole time. Last thing, whether Bafana plays badly, Hugo Bruce just has a way to win, because however badly we play,
what does that matter?
It doesn't matter. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 7. Bye, everyone.